Good morning, class 9. Last day our class was about mountains. Today we will know about plateaus. Now what are plateaus? Plateaus are those areas which have the altitude which is about 300 meters from the sea level. They have steep sides and deep edges. They are not as high as the mountains. They come in look like a table that is surrounded. The table standing above that they are sometimes, that's why called tablelands. They are formed in regions where the regions having horizontal rock beds. Now what are plateaus? Sometimes are formed in different processes. Even magma, when rises from the mantle, then the ground swell upwards, then also plateaus are formed. Even large flat areas of rocks that have been uplifted, then also plateaus are formed. Plateaus are of different heights. Okay, the largest and the highest plateau of the world is Pamir Plateau in Asia, which is also known as the roof of the world. You have to keep it in mind because in maps sometimes in fill in the blanks or in one word answers in class 10 questions you do get this question. So keep it in mind that Pamir Plateau is known as the roof of the world and it is the largest and the highest plateau. Plateaus are of different heights. There are high plateau like the Tibetan that is 400 meter high, and there is also low plateau which is few hundred meters from the sea level. Plateau in the along the western margin of the West Bengal is only 300 meter high. In South America, plateaus are known as altiplano. Alti means high and plano means plain. In India, the Deccan Plateau, Chotanagpur Plateau, the Karnataka Plateau are the examples of Indian plateaus. Plateaus are formed of different types: Intermountain Plateau, Volcanic Mountain Plateau, Diselected Plateau, and Continental Plateau. Now, what is Intermountain Plateau? Plateau which have mountain rim around their surroundings are known as Intermountain Plateau. That means that is surrounded by mountains on every side, and in between there is a plateau. Along every side there is mountain ranges, and in between there will be a tableland that will be known as plateau. How does this form? This forms when fold mountains are rising due to horizontal pressure on the layers of the rock. The land between the mountains also lifts up, and this upliftment of fold mountains often builds up an intermountain plateau in between their branches. That means that portion is coming, like here you see this, along with these things, these plateaus are flat, surrounded everywhere. So this types of things, when it is formed, is known as intermountain plateau. Tibetan Plateau is the example of this plateau because it is between the Himalayas and the Kunlun mountain. Then Iranian Plateau because of the Zogaras and the Elbrus mountain, and the Antlian Plateau is also example of this because it is between Carnatic and Taurus mountain. Now what is the features of this mountain plateaus? The features is that they are enclosed, that means they are surrounded by fold mountain ranges. They had a very broad flat top, very broad like a table. They have a big top where people can, and these areas is quite large and cover and very large areas between two mountains. They are very high, having average height of about 4,000 meters above the sea level. So these are the features. Next is volcanic mountain. Now how does a volcanic mountain plateaus occur? Like volcanic mountain is occurring in the same way. These plateaus are formed when the ballistic lava during numerous as number of explosion of the volcanoes takes place. They went in violent when the lava comes out, okay, and covered the original land, the lava cooled down and it solidifies and formed lava plateau. For instance, this is the lava first time, second time, third time. It is coming and getting deposited here day after day. After every eruption, it is coming like and getting settled down. And as it is already settled, the other one is taking shape. So a triangular table-like shape occurs, and this shape gives this a formation of plateau, and so it becomes a volcanic plateau because it is formed by depositing the lava layer by layer. The plateau of Maharashtra, which is situated near the Deccan Plateau in India, the Snake Columbia Basin in USA, and the plateaus of Somalia and Ethiopia in East Africa are the examples of these volcanic plateaus. Next is Dislifted Plateau. These plateaus are formed when, due to weathering, there is erosion and denudation. Now the soft rocks, they do erode away, and the hard rocks, they remain there. So when look here, the soft rocks have denuded away and the hard rocks are left behind. And this table-like formation, these are known as plateaus. So these are Dislifted plateaus. Chota Nagpur of Jharkhand is an example of this plateau. Maland in Karnataka is also an example of this plateau. They have been surfaced due to excessive. These are uneven because of excessive erosions. Okay. Accordant summits of same height may be present in the plateau area. In the arid and semi-arid areas, mesas and icebergs are formed. So they turn into plateaus. Okay. Next comes continental plateau. Now what are continental plateaus? As I have told you earlier only, continental plateaus formed due to the tectonic movement. In the past history of the world, old shield regions broke into several sediments and got separated and detached from one another. These detached land masses were uplifted due to this movement of the tectonic plates from the continental plateaus, and they formed the continental plateau. The ancient Gondwana that broke into continental plateaus like African Plateau, Australian Plateau, Antarctica Plateau, Arabian and Deccan Plateau, all are formation due to this tectonic movement. Apart from this, the major types of plateaus are the formed due to the foothills regions called the pediment plateau, because at the foothill the lands are if the mountain is like this and ranges of mountains are coming, in between a piece of land is flat like a table, then also that forms a plateau. Plateau in Sahara Desert, Africa, ice-covered plateau is called ice plateau in Greenland, and desert plateau in desert is known as example of continental plateau. Patagonia is also an example of continental plateau of southern. Okay. Plateaus is importance. It has rich in minerals. Plateaus and leeward side of the plateau have rainless and have little rainfall because here and so that agriculture is not possible. There is not much settlement, but some plateaus where lava soil is found is suitable for cultivation of cotton and rice, then their people is also living. As the plateaus are less rugged, so some good networks are possible somewhere, and railways are also possible. Rivers of swift flowing plateaus are suitable for harnessing hydroelectric powers because as the water is falling from a high distance. As plateaus are mostly highlands, they have cool climate because they are above from the sea level, and it's a good ideal for hill stations or resorts like Shillong in India. Some rivers have magnificent. Some rivers which flow from these plateaus forms good waterfalls, and people are attracted, and so tourism is flourished there. Different type of forest-based industries are based up here. Mineral-based, agro-based industries are developed in these plateaus. Okay, thank you.